There you have the PDP governorship candidate in Bayelsa State speaking there. Let me come over to you, Ken. You look at the drama that is playing out in Bayelsa State. Yes. You heard the comment of the former governor there, and who is the chairman of the Elders Forum. You're a member of the PDP. You think this forum, you're giving this forum now, the Elders Forum, a chance to reconcile members of the PDP, bring them together, especially when you look at the fact that the current governor, the incumbent governor, is still insisting on running on the platform of the PDP?
Well, it depends on the perspective you're going to look at it. The Elders Forum clearly is the forum that they have set up. They set it up because each state has its peculiarity. In Bayelsa, probably in Bayelsa.
Because I know you guys are used to setting up forums.
I'm in Delta. Yeah, exactly. I'm from Delta, so it's different. But you see, from what the former governor has said, clearly they know there is a problem. And there's no way you can deny the fact that there is no problem. In the primaries, I didn't have any of the National Assembly members attend. The president did not attend. All the members of the House of Assembly didn't attend, including the speaker. And 90% of the state executive of PDP didn't attend. It tells you clearly that they have a problem at hand. And there's no way you can deny the fact that there's a problem
at hand. Of course, there is a problem.
But looking at it, they're trying to resolve it. And resolving that problem is going to be quite difficult because a sitting governor, there's no way you can tell him he should not go and try and contest.
We've had a situation.
But now we have a candidate.
You just talked about.
And once we have a candidate, once we have a candidate in the PDP, every other person should queue behind that candidate. And if you ask me, the process that brought the candidate was a process that you cannot fault. Because Rotimi Amechi's case clearly tells us that it's only a political party that can sponsor a candidate. And the National Working Committee of my party took a firm decision and said, look, for some certain reasons, which the governor knows, we are not going to clear you to run.
Let me bring you in here, Achike. I mean, the governor has said he's going ahead to open his campaign office on Wednesday and that he's going to run on the platform of the PDP. I mean, some people have been asking, what is wrong with this governor, declaring for another party and running on the platform of another party? If this party says, look, we're not going to give you our ticket, then there's nothing wrong. If the governor believes he's very popular, and the people are solidly behind him, and that's what he's been saying all this while, why not run on the platform of another party?
Well, there's nothing to suggest that he might ultimately not do that. So I believe that he would also have his cards on the table. But I want to say something. I would agree that in the case of Rotimi Amechi, that the Supreme Court did make that ruling, that it is a political party that presents candidates. But we have also seen in this country in several litigations at the Election Petition Tribunal or in the courts and so on, where the courts actually imposed some candidates on political parties, and then it came down hard on the political parties for decisions that they took, excluding candidates also. So candidates also have rights. They have rights that are also fundamental, rights that are protected also by the Constitution of this country. And again, you want to look at it from that perspective. Do not forget again that in the build-up to the presidential election, with all the hula balloon that characterized whether the president was going to run or not, there was an existing agreement between members or the structure of members of the PDP and so on, that the power should go to a particular section of the North, but the rest of the Nigerians said no, that the position of the PDP cannot be imposed on the people of this country. So this is also very key in looking at the issue on ground. Again, yes, the reconciliation committee and so on. What I did see on screen just now is not a reconciliation committee. It is a group of people that have been set up to whip the governor in line. It's as simple as that, and he made very.
I don't think this governor can be whipped.
That's the impression I have. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think this crisis might play against the PDP in the coming elections? I mean, we had a similar crisis in Kogi State. The primaries there very controversial. Yeah. Some members had to go to court to challenge. The guy, the man who won, that's Captain Idris Oda, who has now been elected governor. You think we might? Eventually, he was elected governor.
Yeah. Whether to have a. Do you think? If we go by the truism that a house divided against itself cannot stand, we would say it should, have a bearing on that. And I want to believe
the PDP house was divided in Kogi. Unfortunately,
yes, but again, you're looking at the profile of the people, of the gladiators that are in the ring. It is a completely different ball game here, and perhaps that is it's also an acknowledgement of that fact that this reconciliation committee has come in to ensure that these things are
doesn't happen.
Yes, they do not happen. Yes.
Let me ask you: are you bothered at all that? you know, there's a chance your party may lose
The Bayelsa.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there will be any chance. Definitely, if the governor goes to another party, it will be it will be quite close, because whether you like it or not, he's a sitting governor. He's been there for close to 5 years. He has a lot of supporters. You can't deny that. But don't forget that the president is from Bayelsa. Yeah. The president is from Bayelsa. And
so
the president
it might just be a race between the president and the governor.
Yes, and there's no way he will defeat the president. It will not be a race between Dixon and Silva. It will be a race between Silva and the president, because the president cannot be seen to be sitting there as a president, a PDP president, and having his state go to an opposition. But don't get me wrong here.
Yeah.
Where I'm coming from here is Seriki Dixon has a lot of work to do. If he thinks he's going to just sit back and just sit back on the back of the president to do his work for him,
what he's doing now.
He's making a very big mistake. And I think what they have done is very good, setting up this Elders Council. They have a lot of nerves. They have to bring people together. People are very hot. People are displeased. And again, a lot of people do not understand why the governor was disqualified. For some of us who are able to have our ears to the ground, we know why the governor was disqualified. And they have told the governor that he should tell the outside world why he was disqualified. In future,
are you going to tell us?
Definitely, I wouldn't say that. That's not for me to say.
Let me get the last word from you very quickly, because our time is up.
Well, it's I don't know exactly in what direction this thing is eventually going to play out. But if we say yes, the state belongs to, I mean, that is the state that the president also comes from, and so on, and therefore, naturally, the president is going to, have his way at the end of the day. You begin
not have his way.
I didn't have his way. Now, but that now brings about a question: who has been in a position to impact, more directly on the lives of the people of Bayelsa? It has been the governor. So if the governor goes to another party and loses that, it might be as a result of the fact that, in terms of perception, he's not seen to have done well.
No, but don't forget that the president was also a governor there.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
he was a deputy governor, and he was a governor.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on the program. Chike Chuli, thank you very much for your time.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's been great.
You guys made my day.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's it on the program. Thank you very much for watching. I am Deji Barimasi. We'll see you next week.